Hey, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I think I've owed you this one for a bit, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know, give you guys an update. Sorry, you're gonna hear Discord in the back. So if you're watching this at night on your computer, hopefully someone is messaging you. It's not just a facade or something. But anyways, yeah. The last video you saw, I don't actually, to be honest, remember what I showed you. But there are some changes, some new additions, as you can tell. Oh, yeah, we spun up this little tank. That we did. All right, we'll get into this. So we're going to do what we usually do, guys. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining. I'm going to go ahead and run down my tanks. A little history here. This is a Marine 60.2 water box, non-X. I do have a Marine X Sump. I actually hit up Waterbox. It was like $100 and some, free shipping. I got it. It's a life changer. The design on the bottom sump on the Marine X isn't that much different, but they did put the socks in the bottom, so now I have much more free flow over the back. And then I did get a Bubble Magus Elite 5 or 5 Elite. Boom. Really made this tank come together. That said, AI Prime 16 HD, AB Plus fully maxed out. That's my lighting setup. Nothing melted yet. I should buy a new puck though. All right, going over the livestock here. We've got our anemones. Those are doing really well. Just a heads up to all of you, I do agree. I did have my Nero 5 at like 75, 80%, and man, yeah, definitely caused a problem. Now it's at like 40. I still have movement. It seems really nice. The tank's doing well. But yeah, picked up a couple new things. I will go over it. I think I told you all, if you've been watching for a while, that I lost my Goby, and I picked up a new one. And that's a fairly good-sized pink bar Goby. Oh, look, there's my shrimp. He's pretty big too. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to get him a Goby that was, of size or bigger. The other one was probably only about 2 inches, and it must have jumped out of the tank. My dog found it. But I saw this guy, and it was, pretty good price. And so I picked him up, and they instantly found each other, as you can tell. And he's a sizable guy, So like I think they're gonna do well. I'll back up a little bit because maybe the shrimp. Well, obviously the shrimp can't see me, but maybe he's just trying to block him. But we've got, I forget what kind of anemones these are. They're like ultra bubble tips. Those are doing really well. I kind of moved around. Candy cane torch, not doing great. It's basically gone. So we'll see what happens there. But I still have my 2 torches up here. They're doing well. I moved the Ghanies over here. A little bit more polyp extension with the lower flow. I picked up a Tongan branching alveopora, so that's cool. It's a branching one, so technically it'll grow another head and start to grow a different direction, which is different than the Ghanies that grow in like a ball. So this is going to be cool to watch grow out. Yeah, Recordia is doing well. Blasto's also doing well. Everything seems pretty happy. It's definitely later in the day. So everything's kind of in that weird closed thing, but I haven't made a video at night, so that's why I wanted to do that, because the blue is really good. Now let's focus over on the 10-gallon Aqua Japan tank. It's really cool. I did buy a clown for this tank, and it was a really cheap clown. It looked kind of meh when I got it, but it just didn't really make it. I think it was just like, it was already on his last leg, and I took a gamble on it because I was just like, well, I'll try to give it a good home. Didn't make it, but I got this guy championing right now. I don't know what he is. If anybody knows in the comments, it's got Wyoming white body, but it's got an all like concrete color back half. So really interesting there. A green mushroom, I don't know, we'll call it a discosoma. And then I was able to get my Jolly Rancher, and I dropped my Jolly Rancher anemone in here, and he kind of really settled into a crack there. And then this is one of the ultra bubble tips that split from one of these original ones. I threw that in there. And then I think I have my GSP Back here, it got blown off the wall. Don't mind this. Brand new sand, so I got some diatoms kicking in, so that's good. Did an extra water change, actually. I've done 2 since I did this to just kind of keep it going. Plus, when a fish dies in your tank, I always do like a good water change because, you know, that's what you're going to do. Yeah, as you guys can tell, I'm still battling some cyano. It hasn't really like gotten caked yet, but it is kind of growing. But I keep, you know, my skimmer going full blast and doing the water changes. I try to suck up as much as I can. I think it's just something I'm going to have to battle, like the Aptasia that I think is growing back here. The blotchy is doing great. Definitely a really active member of the tank. Doesn't have any beef with the female, so that's good. I was worried they were going to start going at it, but totally cool. So the trio of clowns are happy. The blotchy's doing really well. And then the possum is just, you know, he's one of my favorite fish. Whoa, that was quick. He's one of my favorite fish. And usually when you get a yellow bar or 2-bar possum wrasse, they're not this big. Also, they usually aren't eating frozen food and they're really shy. And he is none of those things. So I'm really excited about that, to be honest with you, because I really like seeing them. I've tried to keep a couple of them, and it's kind of hard because, you know, they're really shy. They like rock work. You'd always maybe find them like down here in the corner, and you'd maybe see them 2 or 3 times a day. I don't know if you're lucky. When I don't see my lemon meringue wrasse, I get worried that like it leapt the tank or something, but you know, I'll find out in the morning if he's still around. Just kidding. He was there this morning, so usually about now I think he's like under the sand. But yeah, you know, really enjoying this goby. Chilling. Really chilling, you know, and I've got these little, oh, sorry, I can't zoom in there, but I got 2 little mushrooms on this little plug, and the Recordia, little tiny Recordia garden. You know, I definitely want to get more. Everything else seems pretty good. You know, it could be, the tank could be better. I don't know. But I've been, like I said, if you guys have been watching, back to basics. I'm just doing water changes. I haven't even done an alkalinity test yet because I just want the tank to settle. I don't want to see where I'm at because I'll instantly just be like, oh, it's time to dose, or let's go to Kalkwasser, you know? So I want to do at least a good month and a half of just straight up good husbandry water changes. I don't see the cyano getting any better. I'll be honest, because it's just cyano. But, you know, if I can keep it at bay long enough, my hope is the tank will learn to deal with it, get rid of it, and then, you know, your tank only gets stronger after that, right? Every time your tank gets over something, it knows how to defeat it, and then your ecosystem gets that much stronger. But yeah, I mean, we've come a long way. I think the tank's only about 7 months old. So there's a lot in here for 7 months. Some of the tank's gone through ick almost twice. These are my survivors. Legit almost everybody except the blotchy and the possum wrasse. Oh, the possum wrasse was in there when there was a good ick outbreak, but it stayed, you know. The anemones have split twice. I've gone through cyano, diatoms. I don't know what to do with this blank space right here. I might add sand, but then I might just add a whole diatom like bloom, so I don't want to do that. So I don't know. Whatever. Just that's the way my tank looks, you know. I don't have a light here, but I guess I could turn on my actual light. Yeah, sorry for the orange. Let me bring that down. Yeah, so basically pulled everything out of the bottom, and I've got this going here. I do want to add a light so I don't lose my Chaeto, but if I do, I do. But yeah, you know, I mean, I might need to get another spacer, or not a spacer, but something to mess with the bubbles, because it's not doing as much. There's less bad stuff, but overall, that's my sump. I still got a bag of matrix, a little bit of live rock, and a skimmer, and it's just running 24/7 all day, every day, no problem. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's where we're at right here. I'm gonna get us back to this view. Sorry, had to clear my throat there. But yeah, you know, it's a pretty good view from every angle. Pretty excited about that. Really like these Ghanies. Really like the extension now that they're not getting blasted. Really like these two. They got green fingers and they're kind of white. I was worried it was bleached, but it's not. I think that's just a really light coloration. But yeah, just a quick video. Just a quick little update video. Some of you were asking like how things are going. So new tank syndrome, brand new sand essentially. Everything's, the rock and everything is seeded. This guy has been in my sump for like 3 weeks, so he's happy now that he's got this whole area. Interestingly enough, Kessel A80. Tried and true, we all know what they are. But look I put the anemone in here, and look, small chubby fingers that are a little bulby. That's cool, because I have all of this light, and I got long stringies. So I think it is just needing more light. I got a buddy, he's going to send me a light, actually. It's kind of like, I forget what it is, but it's a box LED light, so I got to figure out a way to hang that. And then it's going to be a lot more light over this tank. Am I worried about the cyano with that big light? Absolutely, but I'm going to start it low, like 30-40% for a couple days, see how the whole tank reacts to that, and then maybe over the course of like a month, bump it and bump it. And I'll probably try to keep it at the same height, like 12 or 13 inches. 12 or 13 inches, under 50%, because I think it's like at 120 watt, one of those black box LED boxes situations. So yeah, I don't want to melt nothing. But anyways, guys, that's my tank, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.